Riverside National Cemetery for the burial of Colonel Robert Wickwire and Dr. Patricia Joanne Neller Wickwire, PhD, on May 1st, 2026.
It is an honor that you have selected our location as your loved ones from the resting place. Today's service will consist of military honors provided by the United States Air Force. They will be providing the firing of the rifle volley, the signing of taps, and concluding with the folding and presentation of our flag. The rifles can be a bit loud, so please protect your hearing. During the signing of taps, if you have ever served in the military, you can render one final answer. Everyone else can participate by placing your right hands over your hearts. At the conclusion of taps, please take your seats.
Firing party! Attention! Hunt! Red up! Haste! Red up! Red up!
extraordinary lives coming from Western Iowa to here in a beautiful national cemetery in California. Like any family, we had our ups and downs, and luckily and epically, we all came together at the end to a very loving, caring family. And that's one thing I will treasure the rest of my life. I appreciate Uncle Chick Wickwire, who we miss very much, and Ellen, his surviving widow, and because they brought our family, Bill and me and Mom and Dad, closer together over the years, and that was really meant a lot to me as well. With that, you want to say anything else?
I'd like to say thank you to everyone for making an effort. This really feels like the end of a difficult 18 months, but it's very final now. It's very touching. The flag. Fold the flag, defold the flag. So, and I know that my father and mother would have. Really appreciated this ceremony for years of service.
You have to appreciate when Bill was given that flag. It's very touching because they whisper, on behalf of a president and a grateful nation, we appreciate your father's service. And Daddy backs up and salutes. It's probably one of the most touching moments of any of us could ever expect, because Bill's father was a hero in 2 wars and fought that we could live the way we live, even though he may not have liked what he brought on. He had to appreciate the values of the pioneer spirit, American life, and so did Pat. And it's a great tribute. We were able to put them both together here and bury them together as we did in Iowa a few weeks ago. So we appreciate again that you're all here, and we're going to miss them very, very much.
Necessarily theirs. We had years of approach avoidance, as my mother would call it, PhD psychologist, not discussing things. And one of them was, where do you want to end up? And do you want to be cremated or do you want to be buried? And do you want to be together or separate? And Mom would, in her characteristic way, say, I'll think about it. So I realized later that this was her way of saying, you decide. So what we decided was to split the ashes. As Alan said, some of them are in Iowa in the family plot. There was one spot left, and I think that was part of the problem. Like, who gets it? So it turns out if you cremate, it's both cremate, and that's where they are. And then here, it's really fitting after years of service. You know, Korea, and Vietnam. We really thought it was good. So anyway, this is the resting spot, and everybody very much appreciate, we very much appreciate that people cared enough about them, even at age 97, to respect their final resting spot. Thank you so much.